Well, the tour was over. I was headed home on a long-ass drive from St. Louis back to New Jersey. But I wanted to make one last stop in Wheeling, West Virginia. If you've ever been through this city, you know how magical it is. It was the last stop on the stagecoach road before you got on the steamships to head down to New Orleans. At one time, it had one of the highest collection of millionaires in the country. But like everywhere else, the politicians sold out the jobs to Asia, to South America, and they let another beautiful American city die. This city had one extra thing though most of the others didn't. It had the old national road running right through it. This was a turnpike built in the early 1800s that was originally called the Cumberland Road, but later celebrated as an American icon called the Main Street of America, the first federally financed highway in this country. And right through Wheeling, West Virginia, they built the Wheelingsuspensionbridge, the first of its kind, the biggest for years, straddling the Ohio River and dwarfing this country from an unconquerable Wild West frontier to a United States. This is my favorite part of the country, that stretch between like Frederick, Hagerstown, Cumberland. I'll even throw Frostburg, Maryland in there, even though Frostburg is insane and full of maniacs. It's beautiful country. The low hills, they're so green. The rivers are so blue that we gave this up and let these jobs go and let all these people fall apart and watch their futures go away and then give them nothing but Oxycontins is such a fucking sin. Every single politician and doctor in this country should be killed. It's a tragedy and we just keep letting them get away with it time and time again. Coincidentally, the last time I was in Wheeling, I was with my buddy Tom Bacalus. We had done a Gonzo Fest out in Louisville, killed it, and then our plane got canceled because a tornado or something was hitting Louisville, so we had to rent a car and drive back to New Jersey. And when I saw the sign for Wheeling, I was like, oh my God, we gotta stop at Wheeling, man. The suspension bridge is here. This is like one of our historic cities. We had a great time. We parked and walked down to the river. We marveled at the bridge, but the city 2 years ago was collapsed, gutted. Everything was hollow, out of business, vacant, dilapidated. And I was blown away because everything this time was new and fresh. They had buildings where the lots were. They had new paint on the old buildings and houses. Who's ever in charge of this city and whatever money they got to refurbish it has done a great job. This is like the only city in this country I see. Their politicians, their people, they've done the right thing. Wheeling is a total 180 from the way it was 2 years ago when I was there. Well, it's still closed. I-40, I think you should run right through here, the old National Pike. I don't know, hopefully this bridge gets open again someday because it's beautiful. I think it was the first suspension bridge maybe in this country. At least they kept it, I don't know. I wish they'd fix it because it is beautiful. After I marveled at the bridge, I got back in the car, did a little loop through Wheeling. Here's some pictures of the way it looked back in the day when this city was kicking ass, but I have a feeling it might be back soon. And then I headed on back to New Jersey to go kiss my dog, my girlfriend, and get back to real life. Thus passes the glory of the world. I've seen Kentucky through this windshield 3 times since January. In winter, Nathan drives, and we're still tired from the night in St. Louis. In spring, I drive, and I remember a story about Whitman heading our way before turning south. In summer, it's Tom's turn, and we stop in Wheeling to see where the stagecoaches ran out of road before the bridge was built, and now it has collapsed. The grass is never blue, but the river's always brown. I haven't read a book written by a stranger in over a year. Every time I get into a car, there's a destination. It's not like walking. I always know where I'm going. On Sunday, we rob a grocery store and get out with 3 burritos and a 6-pack. Tom is taking us fast through the Allegheny Tunnel, and I use my lighter to open 2 of the beers. Will we sleep better tonight? Who lives inside these highway trailers? There are red lights appearing before us like deer eyes, wide and lost under a setting sun. I don't say slow down. We could sleep forever rubbed on this asphalt. We could dream in sentences buried beneath it.